welcome to my kitchen. So pot roast is one of those meals that you usually probably cook on a Sunday because it takes a long time to cook, but I want to show you how you can make it on a weeknight using the Instant Pot. I'll give you directions if you don't have an Instant Pot, but the Instant Pot is like my best friend because you can make so many different things so fast, and it takes weekend cooking to the weeknight. And especially if you prepare everything ahead of time, you guys, I'm telling you what, the Instant Pot is amazing. So come on, I'll show you how to do it. I have this beautiful chuck roast. It's about 2 pounds, and we're gonna season it liberally with salt and pepper. And I have my Instant Pot set to the saute function. I'm just heating it up so that it'll be ready to go whenever we're ready to put the roast in there. So I'm gonna season my pot roast very liberally with salt and pepper on all sides because you really wanna flavor it. And so we're just gonna put lots of salt and lots of pepper. And that's the only seasoning that I'm putting actually on the meat because we're gonna use some other ingredients to make a really great gravy in a little while. So just season the other side. My Instant Pot is hot. And what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna put a little bit of olive oil in the bottom just so that the meat doesn't stick, and it'll give it a chance to start browning. And I'm gonna stick it right on in. Oh yeah. And then we're gonna add a few simple ingredients, and it's gonna give it so much flavor. My meat has browned on all sides, and you really don't want to rush that process because that's flavor, and there's all kinds of flavor in the bottom of the pan now. And we're gonna add in there some leeks and some onions. So to my pan, I'm just gonna add in my leeks and my onions and let those start to cook. And if you feel like you need a little bit more oil, you can add it, but I think I have enough in there. So I'm just gonna start to stir those around. Put a little bit of salt on them so that they can start to sweat and cook down. So as you can see, the leeks are turning bright green and it's picking up all the bits from the bottom. And now we're gonna add 1 fennel bulb. And fennel just has a great licoricey flavor, and it will add just another depth to our pot roast. It's gonna taste so good. And you don't need to worry about how you chop this up because we're gonna blend it all together and make a sauce at the end. We're gonna add 6 cloves of garlic. And we're just gonna smash and peel the garlic. We're not even going to chop it or anything. And it'll give just a nice garlicky flavor. We're just gonna throw it right on in the pot just like that. Super easy. Now I'm gonna add in some baby Bella mushrooms. We're just gonna let those cook for a few minutes. And then we're gonna deglaze the pan with some red wine. We're also gonna add some dry porcini mushrooms that we have reconstituted. And the other thing I wanna add is just a little bit of tomato paste. Just about a tablespoon, just to give it a nice richness. So now I'm going to deglaze the pan with a little bit of red wine, about 1.5 cups or so. And then we're going to let that reduce just for a couple minutes. All right, so my wine has reduced. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add the roast right back into the pan. Get it all nestled in there. And now we're gonna add a couple more things. So I have these dried porcini mushrooms here, And what I'm going to do is I'm going to add the mushrooms and some of the liquid that I've been reconstituting them in, but not all of it. Just about half a cup or so. And now I'm going to add some beef broth. So I'm adding about 2 cups of beef broth here. Okay, so the roast is back in. I'm also going to add in some rosemary and some thyme. And I'm not even going to take it off of the stems. I'm just going to put stems and all in there. And then we're going to close up the pressure cooker. Make sure it's set to sealing. We're going to cook it on high pressure for about 50 minutes. So I have let my roast cook in the Instant Pot for about 50 minutes, and I also let it come down from pressure on its own for about 20 minutes. So now it's the big reveal. I'm going to take off the lid and we're going to see what it looks like. All right. So now we're going to make this gravy, and oh my gosh, this is just beautiful. It looks great. Alright, so I'm going to take out the rosemary stems and the thyme stems. And now we're going to just, look at this, it's just falling apart. It's perfect. Yep, just what we want. Okay, so now we're going to make the gravy. Okay, so to make the gravy, all I'm going to do is take my immersion blender. Now I have the Instant Pot is off, but I'm just going to take my immersion blender and just blend this up. All right, you guys, so the meat is done, and the gravy I just blitzed up. It's so good. I just tasted it. It didn't need any seasoning. So I'm going to taste the meat. I'll let you know what it tastes like. It's so tender. It's just like melting in my mouth. It's so good. So good. I'm going to leave a link below for the recipe and also for the meat that I used. I used butcher box meat, and if you've never heard of it, it's grass-fed, grass-finished beef, heritage pork, and organic free-range chicken. It is so good. So I'll leave a link below for that. You can get 2 pounds of ground beef free for life if you order on this link. Also, don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button, and also I'd love to hear what recipes you'd like to see. So make sure that you leave a comment below. Let me know what you want to see, and I will make them for you. So thanks for joining me today on Simply Homemade with Denise. I'll see you next time.